Many will be familiar with the address to Haggis, one of the most impenetrable pieces of poetry ever written. So as a special service this evening, we're going to offer you an interpreted version so that you can all understand what's going on. At enormous expense, we've arranged for Professor McKean, a well-known expert, to join us from Australia. So I will read you a verse and then he will tell you about it. And so on until at some unspecified point in the future, we reach the end. Fair fire, honest sod's face, great chieftain of the puddin' race. Aboon them all, ye tak your place, page, tripe, or firm. We'll are ye worthy o' a grace as lang's my elm.
G'day from Melbourne. In this opening verse, the poet refers to the haggis as a great chieftain and praises its honest plump face. Perhaps a little rashly from a marketing perspective, he also reveals some of the ingredients, namely stomach, tripe, and intestines.
The groaning trencher there ye fill, your herd is like a distant hill, your hen would have to mend the mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead.
The poet revels in the size of the haggis, which fills the dish. He rather crudely compares its rounded shape to a pair of buttocks. He relishes the way in which the flavoursome moisture and fat seeps out of the bag in amber-coloured beads.
His knife, see rustic labour dight, and cut ye up with ready sleight, trenching your gushing entrails bright like on a ditch. And then, oh, what a glorious sight, warm reeking, rich.
Struth. Having praised the haggis, the poet now observes the rustic labourer as he sets about cutting it open. He wipes his knife. He cuts into the haggis as if forging a ditch, and then watches its entrails flow. What a glorious sight. Warm, rich smell.
Then, horn for horn, they stretch and strive, deal tack the hindmost on they drive, till all their wheel-swirl kites alive are bent like drums. The old good man, maist like to rive, bethank it hums.
The poet describes the voracious assault by the assembled company on the haggis, spooning it into their bellies until they are fit to burst. Finally, this lack of table manners and general mayhem causes the elderly head of the table to call for prayers to end the meal.
Is there our his French ragout, or olio that would star Sue, or fricassee would make her spew with perfect scunner, looks down with sneering, scornful view on sick at dinner.
In a foretaste of Brexit, the poet takes a moment to sneer at continental cuisine and at those who follow the fashion for such food. He suggests that no one who dines on French ragout or fricassee could possibly look down their noses at the glories of a haggis dinner.
But mark the rustic, haggis fed, the trembling earth resounds his tread. Clapping his welly knee with blade, he'll make it whistle, and legs and arms and heads will sned like taps of thistle.
The poet asks us to look at the haggis-fed rustic. Strong, rugged, striding across the ground, swishing his blade so fast as to make it whistle. In combat, he could cut off arms, legs, and heads with as much ease as cutting off the head of a thistle. Whether the poet is talking about combat with the English, I'd rather not speculate.
Ye powers, wha mak mankind your care, and dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland wants nae skinking ware that jokes in luggies. But if ye wish her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis.
Finally, the poet exhorts the gods not to give Scotland meagre watery fare, but if they wish for a proper prayer of grateful thanks, then give her a haggis. I suspect that it may take more than a haggis to make the Scots happy, but anything's worth a try.
Thank you, Professor McKean.